Okay, today we're going to do a self-portrait, which is a picture of yourself. And you could take a photograph of yourself, a selfie, that's a self-portrait, right? You could take a picture of somebody else and that's just a portrait. But we're going to do a painting today of ourselves and kind of use a collage too. So you're going to need a white paper, and this will be for your skin color, and then a background. And this is just green construction paper, but you could use any color for your background. So I'm going to put my name on this and save it. I'm going to write K for kindergarten. You can write your class code. But first thing I'm going to do is my skin color. And in case you lose this or you want to work on it again later, put your name on this one too. So I'm going to start with the white paper. And I want to talk about skin color because everybody in the world actually has the same color in their skin. I've got watercolor here and some water and a brush. But some people have really light skin, some people have really dark skin. Some people's skin is more yellow or red or more like the color's more intense. But everybody has one color in their skin, and that's orange. So every human being on earth, it doesn't matter how light or dark your skin is, everybody has orange in their skin. But it's not bright orange like a basketball. But you can change how light or dark the orange is. So if I mix, I don't have any orange paint actually, I just have red, yellow, blue, green, white, black, brown, purple. Now if your skin's dark and it looks like that, because you can compare it with the back of your hand actually. If it looks like that, then you could just use it. But I like to make my own skin color because I think skin color is really interesting. So like I said, everybody has orange in their skin. I don't have orange, but I know if I add red to my yellow, I can make orange just like that. So I just did. I just mixed red and yellow and made orange. But nobody's skin is bright orange. You've got to kind of dull it down a little bit, and that's what gray is for. I don't have gray either, but if I mix black and white, I can make gray. So I just added a little black to my white there, and I have gray. So if I mix gray and orange, I'll get skin color. But like I said, everybody's skin color is a little different. And if you're trying to make yours, then you need to think about how light or dark it is and how bright it is. If it's too orange, you just add more gray. If it's too gray, you add more orange. If it's too light, you add more black. If it's too dark, you add more white. So, and you can make anybody's skin color in the whole world if you just have black, white, black, red, and yellow. So first thing I did was make my orange, and then I'm going to add it to my dirty white here that I made, just black and gray. And you can keep adjusting. That looks a little pink to me, so I can add more yellow. See what I mean? You can keep changing it. And just keep adding water. And then once you get your skin color, you can kind of compare it. And once it looks right to you, you can paint your paper with it. So that's pretty close to my skin color. So I'm just going to paint my whole paper with that color that I made. Alright, once you painted your paper, you can kind of quickly dry it off with a tissue or a paper towel. Okay, so my skin color, watercolor paper is dry, and I'm going to flip it over because I'm going to draw on this. And just think about the shapes of, like the top of your body. So anything that would be skin. So I definitely need my head in a portrait. So I'm going to forget about my name, and I'm going to just draw right over it. So here's my head. It's like an oval or an upside down egg. And I'm just thinking about the shapes I need. My neck, if you look at somebody's neck from the front, it kind of looks like a rectangle. So I'm going to do a rectangle here for my neck. Shoulders, I like to just do a big rainbow like this for shoulders. And then if you think about it, on the side of your head you've got ears too. So I'm going to do two little ovals for ears, like that. And once you have those shapes, head, neck, ears, shoulders, then you can get some scissors and cut those shapes out. And I like to turn the paper when I'm cutting, so I always keep my scissors pointed away from me. I just think it's easier. And I'm going to cut all these shapes out and throw my scraps away. And because I drew on the back of my paper, I won't see any of my pencil lines, I'll just see the shapes. Alright, I've got all my shapes cut out and I threw my scrap paper away, and now I can flip it over and you can kind of see how it goes together. It's a head. It doesn't have a face yet. It doesn't look like anybody, but there's a person right there. And if you remember this construction paper we had, I know this is mine because it's got my name on it. That's going to be my background. So now I can glue all these shapes on. And I like to start with the shoulders at the bottom. So I'm just going to glue down my shoulders. Line it up. There we go. And the neck is next. And I'm actually going to tuck my neck under my shoulders, but it's up to you how you do it. Just glue it right on top. Just want to make sure when you glue your neck down, you're touching your body. So now I've got a body and a neck, and I can glue my head down. And I don't have a face yet, but I'll at least have, you know, the start of a person. There we go. Nice and flat. Make sure you put plenty of glue down. And just like I did with the neck, I'm going to tuck my ears under a little bit too. Stick them down nice and flat. And then I got to let this glue dry. And once the glue dries, I can paint on top of it. Okay, so my glue is dry, and now I can paint and make it look like me. And so everybody can start out this way, but then you know everybody's hair is different, everybody's face looks different, everybody's eye color is different, how long or short your hair is, and then what clothes you wear. If you have glasses or earrings, you could add things like that. So, but I'm going to show you how to do everything with just black, white, and the 3 primary colors: red, yellow, blue. And I'm using tempera paint. You could use acrylic paint if you want, but it doesn't wash out, so you just need to be a little extra careful. And I'm going to show you how you can do anything with just these colors. So we could talk about hair color first. So some people have brown hair, and you know that brown is just orange and gray mixed together, right? But it's dark. It's just dark orange. That's all brown is. So I put orange in a new pile. I made it, right? Mixed the primary colors. I add a little black to it, and that's how you can make brown. So I could use that for my hair color because I have brown hair. And you can think about how like long or short your hair is. So I'm just kind of thinking where my hair would be. And if you run out of paint, you can just mix more. And it's okay if the color changes a little bit. It's just going to make a more interesting painting. I painted my hair. I have a beard right now, so I painted that too because it's the same color, but you probably don't, so you wouldn't paint a beard. You're trying to make it look like you, basically. Alright, but let me show you. What if you have blonde hair? So that's kind of like yellowish. I'm washing my brush here to get the color off it, and I'm going to dry it. So blonde, you would probably do like white, yellow, and a tiny bit of black. Just a tiny bit. Because it's not, nobody's hair is like, you know, it doesn't look like a lemon, basically. That's a good color. It's like a light grayish yellow, believe it or not. So if you're doing blonde hair, that's what I would use. If you have red hair, same thing, right? But just add a little bit of red to it. So if you have red hair, that's what I would do for that. And like I said, brown hair, it's just yellow, red, and you darken it with black. That's brown. And of course you could just mix. If you're doing a portrait of somebody who has gray hair, you could just mix black and white and make gray that way. So everybody's hair is a little bit different. So you pick the hair color that works for you. You might have super dark hair and you could just use black, maybe with a tiny bit of brown in it. But some people's hair is really dark, right? What else could we do? Oh, I need eyes. I can't see. And everybody has white in their eyes. So that's actually a good way to start. And your eyes go right in the middle of your head. And they're kind of shaped like footballs. So I'm using the tip of my brush. I'm just going to do 2 little white football shapes. Like this. And you could always look in a mirror or look at a picture of yourself to help you. But there we go. Now I've got eyes. It looks kind of creepy though, kind of like headlights or something. But everybody has a circle in their eye called an iris, and everybody's iris is a different color. So mine is blue, it's a little bit green. So if I take some blue, mix it in a new pile, add a tiny bit of yellow, I can make like a greenish blue. See that color? That's kind of like my eye color. But some people have brown eyes, some people have hazel. I'll show you that in a second. But first I'm just gonna put that greenish blue in my eye. So just like a circle inside the white, like that. There we go. It's starting to look more like a person now. So if you have hazel eyes, or, well, if you have brown, you would just do that. But some people have hazel eyes. So it's just like green with a little bit of brown in it. It's like a brownish green. You know. So that's how you could do that color. Everybody's different. I don't have a nose yet. What I like to do is just mix, just kind of like a darker brown. So if you have black and you put a little bit of red and yellow in it, you can make a dark brown. And then use a small brush or just use the tip of your brush and just draw. You could do the letter L if you want. I like to just do like a little line like that for the bottom of my nose. Oh, I forgot, you could also do eyebrows, right? So if whatever your hair color is, you could use that for eyebrows too. And look in a mirror, everybody's eyebrows are different, right? So here's me. And I didn't paint my mouth yet. It kind of looks like I have a mouth, but I didn't paint it yet. So lips are usually like reddish or pinkish. So for that, you could just do red in a new pile with a little white mixed into it. Maybe a little bit of yellow too. There we go. And then I can just take this reddish color. It's mostly red. Just paint my mouth. There we go. I don't have a shirt. I can't go to school like this. Your shirt can be whatever color you want. I'm actually just going to make a blue shirt. But here's what you can do. You can add a collar. It could be like a V. It could dip down. It could go a lot lower. It's up to you. I'm just going to go like that. And then I'm going to fill all this in. And you could even do like that, and you'd see part of your arm down there if you have a t-shirt. So I'm going to pretend I have a t-shirt on, and you could see part of my arm. And I'm just going to paint in my shirt. But there we go. There's my self-portrait. Okay, when your paint's dry, there's actually one more thing we can do. Make it look not so creepy and more like you. If you had glasses, you could draw them on with a marker. But I'm just going to go right over the top of my eye like that, and then it looks like an eyelid. You could actually like draw the top of your mouth too. Now I'm smiling. Gotta go over this one too. So I just drew over the top. Now I've got an eyelid and it's not quite so creepy. And you could add a little spiral inside your ear like this. You could put eyelashes on. You could add jewelry. So once the paint's dry, you can go over it with marker. But just want to do a picture that looks like you. Hope you have fun with this. Everybody looks different. Everybody's awesome. Work hard, have fun.